Greetings, my friends. I was browsing across Reddit and I see now that just yesterday, Warcraft, The Chronicles of the Second War, Tides of Darkness. This is a complete reimagining of Warcraft 2, or Warcraft Tides of Darkness, in the Warcraft 3 Reforged client. Now, for me, it's been many years since I played Warcraft 2 Tides of Darkness. I actually have the Battle.net edition. Remember when games came with this cool box and overlay inlay thing? But in this version of the game, you could only select, I believe it was 9 units at once. The hero characters had no persistent levels or XP or anything like that. So I was keen to download this, and I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. So if you want to check out Warcraft 2 remade by the community, this is probably the best way you're going to get the definitive Warcraft 2 experience, because it seems like whichever team was building and supporting the classic games in Blizzard has been AWOL now for a few years. I've made various videos on the state of Warcraft 3 and how it's been totally neglected, and I'll link one of them up above if you want to check that out. But for now, let's talk about Tides of Darkness, how you can get it, how you can start playing it, and what you actually need. So just so you know what we're getting with this custom campaign, we're getting 17 missions, we're getting cinematics expanding on important lore moments. We've got the lore conveyed through immersive gameplay, bringing you back into Warcraft 2 era. We've got voice acting for over 1,500 lines. Unit quotes and cinematics are all voice acted. We've got a soundtrack recreating the original Warcraft 2 music. We've got heroes and characters introduced through gameplay and cameos. We've got an oil resource system from the classic Warcraft 2, which Warcraft 3 never had, and that included the naval battles and naval experience. And we've also got boss battles, engaging with challenging mechanics inspired by World of Warcraft. On that note, this sort of work from the community is insane, and it just shows. I made a video about Warcraft Arclight Rumble, or Warcraft Rumble, and it is a travesty if you compare it to the Warcraft game. There's no strategy in it, it's pay to win, and it's just not a very in-depth game, whereas they could have spent the time going back into their previous amazing RTSs and doing something like this. And huge shout out to the guys that made this happen. So you will need a Windows 10 processor, you will need a very old graphics card, a GTX 1080, you'll need 32 gig of memory, and you'll need 3 GB of storage. 1080 at this point is probably almost like a decade old, so you'll be able to run this on most. Yes, there are some bugs, we're not going to dive into that right now. But okay, let's get into the installation guide. So what you'll need to do is head over to hiveworkshop.com. You'll find this Chronicles of the Second War, Tides of Darkness right on the front page. I will put this URL here into the video description, so you can just click it there. You simply are going to click download, and this is not going to take that long. So on this page, you simply scroll down to the installation guide, and we'll run through this so you can't get confused. You obviously need to buy a copy of Warcraft 3 Reforged. That's the first port of call. You can probably pick up some cheaper CD keys for it, because it's been on half price sales numerous times now. The next thing you need to do is do that download that I was showing you before. There is an alternative Google Drive mirror link here. I would recommend you grab it from the mirror link. If you see here, it's going to download in 5 minutes from the mirror link, where it's going to take 2 more hours from the original link that they sent. We then need to download the asset installer. So we'll open that, and we need to put that into the folder where GameLauncher.exe is placed. If you're not entirely sure how to do that, open up your Battle.net app, click on Warcraft 3 here, click on Options and Show in Explorer. That'll bring you straight into the folder where Warcraft 3 is installed. So if you've forgotten where you installed it, you can find it very quickly using this. And then we need to download the asset pack available here, the assets. Now I had a look around, I couldn't find a Google Drive link, so you're just going to have to take one for the team here and download these assets, which is going to be 1.2 gigabytes and is going to take somewhere in excess of an hour. I guess if you're watching this video and you're going to be installing it, right now would be the perfect time to get both these downloads going, because they are going to be the thing that is going to slow you down the most. So with that downloaded, I'm going to open my downloads folder and take the asset installer and assets over to the Warcraft 3 folder, which in my case is C Games Warcraft 3. I'm then going to right click on it and hit extract all, so we will extract everything from that installer into the folder. That's just going to take a few seconds here. Once we've got that done, we are going to run, let me just check that I said this correctly, we're going to run the installer as an administrator, and then we're just going to click the button load resource and pick the asset pack. Okay, so go back to your folder where you extracted things, and open it up and right click on this and go run as administrator. This might ask you to approve this. You can click more info, click run anyway. You might need to put in your password, but I'm just going to say, you can say yes here. Right. So this is not a valid Warcraft 3 folder. Makes sense. Okay, so we need to pull this. The installer needs to actually sit straight in the Warcraft 3 folder. I guess the asset bundle can sit in that extracted folder. I'm just going to put the extracted thing there. So run the installer. Then click load resource, and it said to pick the asset pack. So that would be C Games Warcraft 3, the extracted folder all the way through, and pick this 1.2 gigabyte asset file, which is 1252 kilobytes, or 1252668 KB. So open that, and then we're going to give that just a second. Basically, once that is unpacked, we're going to restart the PC, and then we're going to launch Warcraft 3 Remastered. So, or Reforged, sorry. It wasn't really remastered or reforged. It's a bit of a shit show, the Warcraft 3 remake. But, okay, so that's extracted. You can click news here, apparently, and you're going to go to their Discord. Okay, so they've got a Discord if you wanted to join them and find out a bit more about the game. Apparently the Discord link has expired, but that's fine. Right, so everything is installed. It's time to reboot my computer. So let me just do that real quick. Better close down, hit film. This is where I will be editing this video. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, with the computer rebooted, we now load up our Battle.net launcher. You can see here that it says reboot the computer, launch the Warcraft 3 Reforged game. So come into this, Battle.net, click Warcraft 3, hit Reforged, and that'll load up in the background. And then we want to launch, we want to go to the single player campaign. We want to choose custom campaigns. So, single player, custom campaign, the Tides of Darkness. This is what you should see. 6 years have passed since Stormwind's fall, having overthrown War Chief Blackhand. Orgrim Doomhammer rules the Horde. Although various factions grow stronger within the Horde, they stand united behind his plans to hunt down the renegade Azerothians. I've never heard them called that before. Simple as that. Let's hit play. What I'm going to do now is roll the videos for the Chronicles of the Second War, and my next video will be me playing through the very first mission. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helps. And leave us a comment below if you were enjoying the Second War, if you managed to try it out, and maybe even if you have some problems getting it going, I could answer some technical questions. I have no affiliation with this. I'm just excited to see some new Warcraft 3 content that isn't a pay-to-win strategy mobile game. So, let's dive in. Lorecraft Designs presents...
The Tides of Darkness are now at hand. Behold the power of true darkness.
So Gul'dan's still going to be here, and I believe at this point Anduin Lothar was the commander of the Alliance. He was based in Stormwind. He wasn't king, he was just like, I guess, the commander. Varian is king at this point, but I'm not actually sure. It's been so long since I played Warcraft 2. It'll be interesting to see what they've done to Stormwind to bring it more modern. I wonder if there'll be any sort of missions like Elven Forest. Orgrim Doomhammer will be leader of the Orc. We get the naval battle.
Not a satisfied customer. I will send you my finest engineers, War Chief.
I was going to say they brought in some other things like Goblin Sappers.
I sense
don't remember if they were in Warcraft 2.
A power. A dark presence.
I'm interested to see how they brought an RPG element forward. We're getting heroes from Warcraft 3 in the single player campaign with persistent levels throughout the campaign. That will be cool. Like I said, my very next video will be checking out...
Rise up, sons of the Horde! Blood and glory awaits us!
But good on these guys. Available on, as I said, The link will be in the video description. So thanks so much for staying to the end of the video. I hope this is something you're interested in. If you would like or subscribe for future Warcraft content and other strategy game content, that would be awesome. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.